27 shipwrecks from around the world that are almost too creepy to look at. For as long as people have been sailing ships, there have been shipwrecks. And when we see those shipwrecks, it can be an unsettling experience. There's just something about seeing the hull of a ship that used to carry men far and wide, now motionless and decaying on some forgotten shore that's simply otherworldly. While there have been millions of ships lost at sea, their wrecks laying somewhere at the bottom of the ocean floor, the ones pictured here are, for the most part, above the waves. Sit back and relax, if you can, and try not to get too spooked by these eerie shipwrecks. Woody Point, Australia. Scary and eerie, but just look at the purple sky in the background. Simply stunning. Grytviken, South Georgia. Another picturesque shipwreck, this time two next to each other. Fuerteventura, Canary Islands. Rough seas show how this vessel took a battering. It doesn't actually sink, but is definitely the worse for the wearer. Moynyak, Uzbekistan. There appears to be not a drop of water for miles, making this a curious shipwreck indeed. Red Sea, Israel. This rusty old thing managed somehow to stay above water, but we aren't sure how much longer it'll stay there. Villanova de Milfontes, Portugal. Another hunk of rust, although this vessel made it to dry land too, and managed not to sink to the bottom of the sea. Gitio, Greece. While the sky in this photo is alive with fire, the rusty ship looks like it's seen better days. Tobermory, Canada. Our first underwater wreck in this gallery, no less eerie than the others. Truk Lagoon, Micronesia. Another submerged shipwreck, this time around located off the coast of the tiny island Micronesia. Batumi, Georgia. This wreck is only half sunk, but what remains above water is very rusty and old. Fraser Island, Australia. This one looks like an authentic pirate shipwreck located on Fraser Island in Australia. Amorgos Island, Greece. Another hunk of rust, and this one is only not submerged completely because it sits in shallow water near to the beach. Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands. This old wreck shows the workings of the ship's engine. Truk Lagoon, Micronesia. Amazing how the coral takes over these underwater shipwrecks, making them look like they've been there forever. Cairn Bulge Point, United Kingdom. A dreary day off the British coast, and here's a small shipwreck which thankfully just about made it to shore. Zakynthos, Greece. This is the most picturesque of the pictures in today's gallery and shows a ship which wrecked on the tiny beach in the alcove. Oregon, United States. It's amazing that this vessel is still held together at all. As you can see, this is just a frame of this eerie shipwreck. Grytviken, South Georgia. So many of today's shipwrecks are located in such picturesque places, like this commercial liner which is moored off the coast of South Georgia. Tromsø, Norway. Scary. This looks more like a warship or a tank on water than it does a shipwreck. By St. Paul, Canada. The fact this ship was pictured in black and white makes it look all the more eerie and possibly haunted. Laconia, Peloponnesos, Greece. Greece certainly has its fair share of shipwrecks, like this example of a small vessel which had just about managed to remain above water. Mar del Plata, Argentina. This eerie shipwreck is in Argentina, a country which has a number of scary shipwrecks to its name. Homebush Bay, Australia. The skeleton of the SS Airfield sits on the south bank of the Parramatta River, which opens up to Sydney Harbor. The shipwreck is particularly eerie because it's been overtaken almost entirely by trees, vines, and branches. The Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The Edward Bolen is just one of the thousands of shipwrecks that are scattered along the Skeleton Coast in Namibia. However, this shipwreck is especially strange to see since it's stranded in the desert a quarter of a mile from the shore. Point Reyes, California, USA. The SS Point Reyes is one of many ship remains that have been left stranded on the coast within the Point Reyes National Seashore, a 70,000-acre park in Northern California. Haida Gwaii, Canada. In the early 20th century, the Pasuta was converted to a log barge after being used as a steamship. It ended up shipwrecked in Haida Gwaii, an archipelago in British Columbia, during a bad storm in 1928. Helensburgh, Scotland. The MV Keptaianis was a Greek ship that carried sugar. In 1974, the ship encountered a powerful storm that left it rolled on her port side in the River Clyde. Check out these other videos from Let Me Know. If you haven't made the move to subscribe to our channel, all you need to do is click on that red subscribe button. Thank you for watching.